Don't trust these types of people. Your trust can turn out to be your biggest problem. It may so happen that you are surrounded by people you can't trust because they are masters of the art of manipulation. I will tell you how to uncover the secrets of these personalities, decode their plans, and learn how to stay out of their sphere of influence. I will explore 9 types of people you can't trust, each of which presents a unique challenge to your vigilance and self-protection. After watching this video, you'll understand how to differentiate those who are truly close to you from those who are playing their own game with you. Let's begin. Number 1. The toxic critic. This is a person who often criticizes you and your work, even if there is no constant basis for such criticism. They often express a negative opinion and find faults in your actions and decisions, which can undermine your confidence and self-esteem. They are the ones who always find a reason to criticize you, your work, your appearance, your life, or your decisions. They can be nitpickers, snobs, perfectionists, or envious individuals. Critics can undermine your confidence if they make remarks, belittle you, compare you to others, or tell you that you're doing everything wrong. For example, a critic may tell you that your work doesn't meet the standards, that you look untidy, that you've chosen the wrong profession, or the wrong partner. Or the critic may constantly point out your mistakes, flaws, or weaknesses. Critics can be very unpleasant and annoying, so you should be self-critical and self-sufficient. If you notice that someone is always criticizing you, don't trust them and don't pay attention to their opinion. Number 2. Negatives. These are people who always see the bad in everything, complain about everything, and do nothing to change their lives. They can be pessimists, victims, whiners, or toxic individuals. Negatives can drain your energy if they infect you with their negativity, take away your motivation, advise you to give up your goals, or drag you down. For example, a negative person may tell you that everything is useless, that you won't achieve anything, and that only failure awaits you. Or the negative person may constantly complain about their problems but take no action to solve them. Negatives can be very irritating and depressing, so you should be positive and active. If you notice that someone is always negative, don't trust them and don't let their influence affect you. Number 3. The energy vampire. This is a person who constantly burdens you with their problems, leaving you exhausted. They can do this in various ways, but often it's because they always seek attention and need support from others while being ungrateful and self-centered themselves. Example: your friend is an energy vampire. They constantly call you about their problems, complain about their life, and you spend a lot of time and energy supporting their emotions. However, when you need support, they show no interest and quickly turn away. They can distract your attention from your values and goals, which can ultimately harm your well-being. Thus, the behavior of energy vampires can be harmful because it leads to the depletion of your energy and attention, which can ultimately negatively impact your personal growth and emotional well-being. Be vigilant and learn to set boundaries in relationships with such people to protect your health and psychological well-being. Number 4. The envious. These are people who can't be happy for the success and achievements of other people. They can be dissatisfied, angry, mean, or vindictive. They can suppress their negative emotions and suppress mood when someone in their environment achieves something new. Envious people can harm you if they try to spoil your mood, lower your self-esteem, undermine your reputation, or interfere with your plans. For example, an envious person may tell you that you don't deserve your success because you're lucky, or the envious person may spread slander about you to undermine your authority. Envious people can be very crafty and cunning, so you should be careful. If you notice that someone is not happy for you, don't trust them and don't pay attention to their words. Number 5. Always promising. This is a person who constantly promises a lot but doesn't fulfill their commitments. They often make promises to look like they can do everything and be responsible, but they don't keep their word. Their behavior can be harmful because it causes disappointment and dissatisfaction in other people. Example, let's say you have a friend who is always promising. They constantly promise to help you with one thing or another, but ultimately don't come to help. Such actions put you in a difficult situation. This can lead to disappointment and a loss of trust and new problems due to the absence of promised assistance. Be vigilant and try not to trust such people in important matters to avoid disappointments and doubts. Number 6. Manipulator. This is a person who knows how to cleverly manipulate other people to achieve their goals. They often use various tactics and techniques for controlling and influencing behavior and other decisions, often without their consent. These are individuals who try to control you by affecting your emotions, beliefs, or behavior. They may do this out of greed, selfishness, fear, or a desire for dominance. Manipulators can make you do things you don't want to do or make you give up what you want. They can use various techniques, such as guilt, blame, flattery, threats, promises, or lies. For example, a manipulator may tell you that you should help them because they've done a lot for you. Or a manipulator may give you a compliment to get you to agree to their proposal. Manipulators can be very clever and cunning, so you should be strong and confident. If you notice that someone is trying to manipulate you, don't trust them and don't fall for their tricks. Number 7. Professional liar. This is a person who has authority, convinces others that they are telling the truth, even if it's far from it. They can create a complex web of lies that may seem like the truth at first glance. Their goal is to gain an advantage by manipulating and deceiving others. These are individuals who constantly tell lies, embellish facts, or hide important information. For example, a liar may promise to do something for you, but then not keep their promise. Or a liar may tell you a false story to evoke pity or admiration from you. Liars can be very convincing and charismatic, so you should pay attention to details and verify facts. If you notice that someone often lies, don't trust them and don't rely on them. Number 8. Egocentric. This is a person who places themselves at the center of everything and sees the world exclusively through the prism of their own interests and moods. They often show a lack of attention and care for the feelings and needs of others, just as their main priority is to consider their desires for themselves personally. Example: imagine you have a friend who is an egocentric. They constantly talk about themselves, their successes and problems, showing no interest in your needs. This can create a feeling of being ignored and misunderstood. Such individuals think only about themselves, not about you. For example, an egotist may ask you to lend them money, but then not return it. Egoists can be very bold and unapologetic, so you should be independent and respect yourself. If you notice that someone constantly thinks only about themselves, don't trust them and don't sacrifice yourself for them. Number 9. Parasites. These are people who live at the expense of others, do not contribute, do not appreciate what they are given, and do not respect those who help them. They can be lazy, helpless, greedy, or cunning. Parasites can deplete your resources if they ask you for money, things, services, or advice, but don't give you anything in return, don't thank you, or don't fulfill their obligations. For example, a parasite may ask to borrow your car, but not return it on time or return it in poor condition. Or a parasite may ask for your help with work, but not do their part or share the results with you. Parasites can be very shameless and audacious, so you should be generous but not gullible. If you notice that someone constantly lives at your expense, don't trust them and don't let them exploit you. Conclusion. I hope you found it useful and interesting. I want you to know that I don't want to scare you or discourage you from interacting with people. I want you to be happy and successful, but for that, you need to be able to choose who you trust and who is truly dear to you. After all, trust is not just a word, it's a value that needs to be earned and respected. I want you to remember that there are many good people in the world who deserve your trust and love. These are the people who will support you, help you, protect you, and be happy for you. They will respect you, appreciate you, understand you, and forgive you. They will be able to love you for who you are and make you better. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and share with your friends. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next videos.